This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? It is Friday night, and we got Matt, we got Nick, and we got me, we got you, Alan McMillan, and Jimmy Collins, Larry Burns from Canada, and let's see what kind of damage we can do tonight. I guess. Um, Matt, how you doing?
I'm good. I'll save that Manson tidbit for a little later on, but we're gonna have some more drum issues.
You're having some more drum issues? Is that what you said?
Yeah. The snare drum is starting to creep on me, which is not good. It's got a wing nut on it with the nut part of itself. It's not gripping. It's not purchasing real well. Kind of like, well, fuck. I don't know what
maybe
I put a lock washer under it. That seems to help, but I don't know.
Okay, so Jolene's here. How you doing, Jolene? Alan McMullen and Nick. Nick. Maybe if Matt bought real drums, this sort of thing wouldn't happen. I don't know.
I'm doing good.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Matt's problem is there's a short between the stool and the drum.
yeah.
I think that's his problem. Well, I'm ready. I'm almost in. I'm almost in production. We'll see.
All right.
But you got to put on that snare drum, right?
All right. Will you be wearing leather pants or anything like that? Because I can't watch it if you're going to do that.
Well, I don't know what the camera angles are going to be. The producer, we haven't hashed all everything out, but we'll see what happens.
I see. So you
assless chaps or something you have on?
Let's see. Virginia won't be joining us tonight. She got a 3-day ban for wishing ill upon Biden. Use your imagination. Yeah, I can imagine, Larry. Let's just say Virginia is passionate about American politics for some reason. I don't know why. But she does not like the demon craps.
Well, of course, we're not talking about the trade. I give Joe credit for learning this whole script in 4 days. Every time he could see him.
The amount of lies he told last night was amazing. It was amazing. Just one after another, and people out there are lapping it up like ice cream in a bowl. Unfucking real. This is the problem when people do all their research on a YouTube video. And not the right one. I don't know.
Scheduled. Biden didn't make a total dick face of himself, and so that's a win. I mean, no harm, no foul. It looked like.
I didn't think that the moderator did a horrible job either. I was surprised. I mean, people have been coming out and saying stuff about the amount of time Trump had in debate, whatever. I actually thought she did okay moderating. Even Trump said that. I was.
So yeah, relatively. Yeah, she was relatively not totally.
Meacham, the author, called white male Trump supporters as lizard brains. I have no idea who John Meacham is, nor do I care of his opinion. However, that was Kevin Burton. He walked into Trump's trap. Yeah, that's not going to go well in Pennsylvania, I could tell you that. And they're saying that Pennsylvania, Florida, and Michigan, there's more Republicans coming out to vote than there is Democrats. What that actually means at the polls is a little shaky, but still, for the most part, you can pretty much count on Republicans voting for. We'll see. I watched it live. He's a famous author. I see. Well, that's because you read. I don't. I read. I look shit up. That's what I do. My wife brought me.
And he as far as Joe had stock answers to the questions.
Yeah.
Like maybe he knew what they were going to sort of be and shit.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, it's his Biden.
Yeah,
bunker for 5 days or whatever. Studied it up on the answers.
Producer Jimmy, you're falling down on the job, buddy. I didn't, the whole I'm going to be president for all Americans, but that was the most put on fucking statement I heard all night. I guess that means he's going to tax the crap out of everybody instead of just the conservatives. Max is here. How you doing, Max?
Yeah. That says it's just a fucking slogan. I mean, Trump has no plan for the blah, blah, blah. And like, you don't either, or you haven't said one. I mean, what the fuck? It's all fucking offense and no defense. It's, if they believe that this race is as close as they say it is, he's winning, and so they're out of their fucking mind. Anybody watching him at the time.
Yeah. He looked like he was laboring, and then as the time went by, he was stumbling over himself a lot more. So.
And he had about everything Trump brought up that's actually on fucking video with Biden saying it.
Yeah.
So I didn't say that. Show me the video. Trump said, I'll post it later.
Well, like I said, every time Biden is going to lie, the first thing he says is either, look, here's the deal, or this is the way it is. Those are his three, like, I'm going to lie now phrases.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know you got that Bob Linsky guy who's corroborating all the evidence on the laptop. he's getting no coverage in the mainstream media. They don't want to hear this shit. He said, "I was there. I heard him fucking saying this verbatim."
Yeah, I hear
you. This guy,
I hear that. What the FBI is talking to him.
Yeah, they were Senate intelligence or something. So they're meeting with the guy, and the FBI, not to look into this nonsense.
Gee, I bet you don't. This guy cannot go in there with the FBI without a team of fucking lawyers.
Exactly.
Because I know what they're gonna do.
They're gonna. He's supposed to give him. Well, they're gonna smash that shit and delete.
Joe Biden ain't gonna get in trouble for any of the shit. He's just using it for politics.
Hey, that's where you got to do business. Trump's not stupid.
I guess. I don't know.
Drain the swamp shit is a nice slogan, but he knows the way fucking things work.
Oh, I heard. Fucking liberals are stupid. Yeah. Their Twitter was all on fire and blowing up today because Trump said that when they were talking about the illegals and the Biden brings up the kids in the cages and being ripped from their mother's arms and shit that Obama started. Well, Trump says, well, yeah, they're coming here with no motherfuckers on Twitter over the goddamn Twitter.
Oh,
really?
They're
like
David Hogg.
They thought it was literal coyotes.
Yeah, David Hoggs thought that. Our gun boy. Let's be right about this. We are all well fucked. From Max. I think people are pinning too many hopes on Trump.
We still got hope till
people, he ain't even scratched the surface. Resigning, that is the problem. The only listen, we need a landslide in the House, the Senate, and the fucking in the White House. We need a landslide, and I mean a fucking landslide. And it's it's not going to happen.
Well, I kind of look at Trump as like a plug in the dike, man. He's holding back the fucking flood.
Yep.
I mean.
Yep. Let's see. People are pissed because Trump got the Sudan to join the UAE. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, they're going to have some sort of peace type of deal with Israel also. And, how does this happen? No, everybody says
the Sudan? What place?
Sudan join the EAU, I think it's called, Arab Emirates. and they're going to have normalized relations with Israel.
Well, I bet Israel just fucking relieved the shit out of that. Wow, Sudan. Woo.
Yeah, and what was the other one that did it? There's 3 of them now. You know, there may end up being a lot more peace in the Middle East than there has been, but remains to be seen, of course. But in the domestic policy than any other president in my lifetime. And I would, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln, because a lot of people don't understand and it was all political. Help break the South, and then he wanted to send them all back. He didn't want them here. He let them starve in the fucking streets up north. And so did the northern people who act like they're so fucking pristine in the South. It was all people here ended up in refugee camps and were fucking starving. Anita's here. How you doing, Anita?
Nevertheless, Lincoln's personal opinion of Africa.
He was on the winning side of the Civil War and became an American icon. And if you ever just really read about what he didn't give a shit. He just wanted to keep the Union together. About slavery one way or the other. He wanted to keep the Union and slaves. He was politically pushed into allowing new states into the Union themselves. Okay. You know, when he freed the slaves.
Hey, it was dirty fucking politics back then, the same way it is now. Only didn't have TV.
That's true.
Or laptop.
Yeah, no internet or loud TV. They all left the South. A lot of them left the South to go north, and they ended up starving up there. Except for a few, in each place they would feed them. But they didn't want them up. Okay. But the North looks, a lot of people in the North look down their nose at the South. I mean, they were just as fucking bad. Kevin Bearden says they fear Iran more than Israel now. Iran needs to have about be done with Iran. I'm done. I'm sick of fucking Iran.
Did you guys see that fucking story that remember I told you there was a terrorist fucking incident in France? That came.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. What are these fucking European countries gonna fucking learn their lesson here?
Well, you can't offend them, and it's not all Muslims, It's not all friendlies. It's not all friendlies.
When they're all dead, they will.
They started kicking people out that were congratulating them online. They felt they were radicalized.
Unbelievable, man. It's like,
yep.
In there, and they've had their share of fucking tragedies in the last few years. maybe he should have thought twice. I know that's being less than what do you want to call it? I don't know, brave or smart or whatever. But I mean, it's not something I would have put up. These characters of their holy fuck, whoever he is.
Yeah, and they're still coming in illegally in England too by the boatload across the English.
Oh yeah, don't they got a goddamn roadway tunnel under there now? I heard the problem is they're all like through to like fucking piggyback on them.
I don't know. Yeah, that was a big problem for a long time. I don't know if it's
See, what is it in Ankara, somewhere around Turkey or something today? Because there was a possible terrorist threat against Americans over there. Told Americans don't carry your ass to public places because you might get killed.
Unless I got a job where I'm making like $1 million plus a year, I ain't gonna be in fucking Turkey for no goddamn reason whatsoever.
That was my first thought. What the fuck are they doing? As opposed to just lollygagging and glory.
Gonna climb the mountains in Afghanistan, then they find them drawn and quartered in some fucking valley somewhere. I was like,
yeah,
oh Jesus, what the fuck?
Exactly.
oh. Tonight. On this site, it's called Leaked Reality. It's out of Sweden.
A gerber.
As they say, everyone is say we need a free speech site. Now, it's not like Facebook. It's more like YouTube. It has a actually, it's more like LiveLeak used to be, but it's YouTube, I guess. People know that. There was they say whatever they want over there. There's a shitload of videos, every subject you can think of.
Oh shit, Jerry's going on the dark web now.
No, it's not the dark web, but if the N-word offends you, don't go there. There's a lot of things that are said that I don't agree with either, but anyway, just the point is I've done 2 videos.
It's non-politically correct. Just put it that way.
Let's say that.
So what? You can just go on YouTube and type this in. What's it called? Living Lives? What?
Leaked Reality. Write it down. Okay, that's what it's called. I've put 2 videos of my own on there. Okay, now the your say part of this, which is where people make videos, but you name it, it's on there. In the yesterday, when I put one on, it got 7,200 views or 7,100 views. Got 72 something now. So in one day. Today, the one I put on that I made today actually has 4,200 views. Okay. Now we've been doing this show on Facebook for 5 or 6 years, and we got 10 people. By the end of the month, if this thing what does that tell everybody? Okay. Simple as that. I'm not fucking sure how people like Outlaw Morgan now for some reason that we don't. I get that. And I get that I am not the nicest person on the planet. I get that also. But we are being had, folks, on Facebook, Twitter.
Damn it, man.
What?
No, I'm feeling your outrage. I'm just, exponating on it.
Golly gee, Wally.
We're being had, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was swell, Jerry.
It's just, I mean, you don't have to like what we say. There's just, that's it. Okay? And you are.
Oh, and we're a lot funnier than Outlaw Morgan. I don't want to. I hear things.
Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, certain people, no problems, and other people, we get nothing. Let's see. Let's put it this way. Where the hell is it? The video that started me on the path to Facebook jail many times, which has not been in a while, but still, the bacon on at 100%. On here. Okay.
So per diem and ratio wise, I see your.
Here's one of the comments that I got. Well, let's see. Here's a comment I got from. Of course, all the N-words doing all that crime has nothing to do with people being racist. Yeah, okay.
You ever listen to Ice-T sing? Or whatever he calls it? This one call it singing.
Yeah. I believe it's the rap.
Crushed ice. What? Crushed ice.
Here's another one. The problem is power-hungry, anti-human maggot Jews and the motherfucking scum who serve them. From a guy named Nate Higgers. You can figure that one out by yourself. Um, you know, it's. I actually like this site because I don't, you know, ignore it and allow other people to speak, regardless of their views. Um, you know, they let you rate people's profile. Mine's rated at 97%. Uh, and that's with 42 subscribers, 477 profile views, 131 watch videos, and 8.3K video views of my videos, which is wrong because there's a lot more if you count.
All right, Jerry, you gonna be making any glue out of this? What's going on with it?
I don't know. I don't know. I think that we really need to think about, you know, I wish they had live. They had live. We need to find a live video site other than Facebook. Uh, um, I don't know. Let's see. Where did they post stuff? This stuff that it's a free speech site. The problem with free speech is when people think it's horrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna contact Sirius Radio.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. I mean, the problem with free speech is when people suddenly don't like what somebody's saying, it shouldn't be on. That's bullshit. Free speech is for speech you don't like, so people got the right to say what they think, regardless of whether you like it or not. I don't like it either.
Oh yeah, what did you say a minute ago? What did you say a minute ago?
Yeah.
Slime bags and do blah blah blah. Well, I wasn't really crushed by hearing that. It didn't really affect me any. I don't know.
No. But I'm not going to say that. I don't like it at all. And I ignore it. We all want freedom of speech, but we don't want that somebody we don't like what they're saying to not have it.
We have the ability to not be butthurt about everything that's said by somebody.
That's correct.
Whether about us or about someone else or a political party. I mean, it's water under the bridge. Fuck it. Say what you gotta say, get it over with, we'll all process it and go on.
I find most of it boring, to be honest, because it's the same thing over and over again, because that's all these people think about. So I kind of take that with a grain of salt also. But in the end, I can also say what I think. And well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but quite a few people watch what I say and either ignore it, they disagree with it, or they agree with it. If you ignore it or disagree
so you're going
with
to tell the possibilities of this living live, whatever thing is, to see what goes with it, or
you can't. There's no live videos on there. If there was, we would be on there now. I am tired of being on here and knowing you have to watch what you see.
Just see what you put up on there. Would you put old ones on there? Or did you make new ones?
I've made
just for that.
I've made a few new ones. There's only I only have about 6 or 8 videos on there. And I don't do it at all. That's just too much fucking work anymore. Um, but if you go to a site and you don't like what it's saying, and some of it you do, some of it you don't, you have to allow the people you don't to speak or type, as this is last night, because, well, a moderator introduced Joe first. Who gives a fuck? It's not the point. None of this is the point. The point is everyone should be allowed to speak. The problem is mostly with the left is they could say whatever they want, and then they dictate to the right what they could say and do. And if you don't get in line, you get shadow banned, or you get, whatever. You get completely canceled off of social media. We've had too many people that I can't stand get kicked off of Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Um, and it's wrong. All I had to do for them to be on there was to say, Alex, what's his Jones is one of them. He's like off any of those platforms. So you're going to leave Facebook. Probably not altogether, but we got to find some place. Periscope is not any better. Periscope actually goes directly to Twitter. You're doing a Periscope video, and you have a Twitter account. Chances are you're going to go on Twitter and find your video there on your page. No one else's, especially if you're conservative. I have 7,000 followers on Twitter. Twitter keeps taking them away. I used to have close to 10. But, if I put something up, I'm lucky if I get a thumbs up or one of them heart things or something. Don't get retweets. Don't get any of that. Okay? And why? Because nobody sees what I have to say. Not that anything I say changes the world or anything else, or anything anybody else says changes the world. But what it does do is it brings people together who agree with you, and even some that don't. I have had many conversations with liberals that did not turn into the ridiculousness of what we see on social media or in general public in real life. Okay, and then I've had many that, well, we all know them. So Wimkin, let me look that up. I've never heard of them. There's a lot of places I've never heard. But to be afraid to say the word Muslim on a show on Facebook and talk about what the real deal is with those people that believe in that damn book is utterly ridiculous. It's also utterly ridiculous that the Hunter Biden thing was basically banned from the internet on social media. It's utterly ridiculous.
But they say the Republicans and the right are the fascists.
True.
All the while, they want us to shut the fuck up and not have a say so on anything.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm seeing this place. Let me sign. Well, if I sign up for Facebook, let me just try that because it's quicker. I can't sign up with Facebook because it's not whitelisted in the app's client authorization center. Fuck, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I don't know. It's starting to get annoying. It is. I'm sorry. I can't. I mean, I know we're not supposed to care about shit like, fucking views and all that, but, I would like as many opinions as possible and be able to talk to people and so on and so forth. I'm not looking to get famous or any kind of bullshit like that. Uh, I don't know.
I don't know, Jerry over here. We couldn't, I mean, I wouldn't mind being a little famous or nothing over here.
They don't have live videos, they just have videos. At least ways that I can see. Uh, Apparently, to have live videos costs the company a lot of money. Um, I don't know. I was just curious. Uh, Facebook keeps trying to shut them down. Conservative page. Yeah, I see that. Let's see. Jimmy Collins just gave you a thumbs up. Thank you. Zuckerberg has launched an independent oversight board, so now people can appeal decisions made by liberals at Facebook unless you're a conservative. It's as useless as their independent fact checkers. They're everything but independent or fact checking fairly. That's correct. Join the club, Jerry. My name is definitely blocked on Facebook. I can't get a page at all. Yeah. Just try it on Wimkin when you have time. Yeah, I get it. I need a live video site. Okay, I can make a video and put it on anywhere. Even here, it just takes 6 hours to upload it, literally. Okay, but I cannot do a live video on a lot of these sites. Yeah, it's kind of like me trying to get more people to know that I raise money for veterans. I wish I could find some other place to post it. Yeah. I gave him 3, but does the middle finger count? Yes, it does, Alan. We know that you're saying I'm number 1. That's beautiful. Thank you. If it doesn't have live videos, it's really not. Oh, well, wait a minute. Hold on. They do. How in the fuck do I get that? Huh. I'll have to check this out. I'll have to check this out. This must be a fairly new site. I will. Uh, have you checked out Spreaker? Spreaker is more of a radio thing, and you got to pay. D Live, same thing if you want. I'm paying for this streaming service now. I posted the video to my page. So I see where they have them. I just don't see how you start one. Oh, wait a minute. Here's something. You guys could go about talking.
I might be having a situation going on here.
Why? What's the
Hang
problem?
on.
What's the problem?
The guy that thinks I'm a secret agent
Uh-oh.
is talking to my wife outside. Here we go.
Yeah, boy, this ain't good.
Come out dressed like, Men in Black or something.
Yeah, make sure you're holding up a pen when you're done, when you do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. Well, I see they have live videos. I just can't figure out how to start one. Anyway. Oh, maybe here. Let's see. Nope. Oh, well, I'll figure it out at some point. Jerry, this link tells you how to go live on Instagram and Twitter. I already know how to go live on Instagram and Twitter. You go live on Twitter through Periscope. We've done it. Gator Goat, your cam isn't in focus. Yes, it is. Go to your account and it will bring up choices. Twitter is rat poison. Yeah. My account. Okay, we'll try that. do, 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 do. I'm not seeing it. Oh well. No time to do that now. Alan McMillan wants to know if Matt is a Russian operative. He probably is, yes. That and Ukrainian and Iranian and North Korean.
And Dutch, Yugoslavian, you name it.
plays bad. Matt's an operative. Geez, I hope he isn't dead. Maybe the guy shot him. I was really expecting Nick to be the first one shot, but Kevin Baird wants to know if we're on the cusp of a civil war. Okay, Jerry, at the top of the feed, there is a section that says Ho Live. Okay, I'll try that. Let's see.
We need live hose. Come on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the live hose. I am.
I bet the viewers would go up.
Let's see. Top of the feed. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Sorry. This is I just connected Facebook apparently. Okay, have you all been seeing all the craziness about coyotes? Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Old David Hogg is a moron. I got to tell you, that kid would be better off just shutting his fucking mouth and not saying a goddamn word. Oh my God, he's an idiot. Are you on your homepage? No, I wasn't. I will go back and check in a second. I want a pair of chaps. Any ideas, guys? But I don't want to pay through the nose for them. Why the fuck do you want a pair of chaps, David? Are you going to the sex club now?
I'm back.
So how did it go?
Where's the body buried, man?
It was kind of strange. I saw him out front. I went into the garage. I could hear everything. Very weird. I said, I don't want to go out because I don't want to see this fucker or talk to him, but I could how things were going along, and it was weird.
Well, what did he say?
I don't know. For some reason, he wanted my wife's opinion on selling one of their cars, and he's making his own CBD oil, and he's wearing a grounding bracelet, and
oh boy,
kind of weirdo shit. So he left on good terms. I mean, I didn't. I was just, paying attention, but it was pretty congenial, but weird. All right, then that's fine,
Well, better luck next time, man.
I don't understand how it all happened. What he's going to go sell his car and he's going to ask my wife about it. I don't understand how this whole thing started, but it's very weird. It's the only thing that's happened since I told you guys about this. I haven't had a problem since my homies were like, set him straight and all that,
I mean, do you have a whole lot of cars on your property with for sale signs on them to make this guy think that y'all are professional salesmen or some shit?
Oh well, it was a Subaru, and we had a Subaru, and that must be the synopsis,
Yes.
the synoptical cortex, Megatron firing, quark.
Megaton firing
Yeah,
quark.
you
Okay.
gotta think crazy, man. I mean, this dude's spying on your ass, although he thinks you're spying on him. So he's watching everything that goes on at your house. So he thinks you got professional car sailors there and everything.
It is, and I do kind of. I come out in the garage at like 6:30, roll the door up, turn all lights on. I'm walking around, doing shit at least 6:30, sometimes 6. So I was like, yeah, I get it. I get his fixation on me that I'm the only person that does shit like this. So I must be, outstanding of some sort. You know what I mean?
Well, what you need to do, Matt, is you need to walk around with a machete, sharpening it nonstop. And
Oh yeah. Well, I got all my web gear out here in the garage. I should put that shit on and go walk around with my survival knife and all my fucking magazines and my pistol belt and everything.
Yeah, polish your guns in front of him, and count your bullets and all that good shit.
Count your bullets.
Sharpen your knives.
Count your bullets. Yes, I think we'll. That's a good way to do
All
it.
the while looking toward
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. I can get to 10. That's better.
Uh,
No, he's Mexican, but he's in the Navy, United States Navy. I mean, he speaks English fluently, but he's still a traditional Mexican. Like his wife doesn't know anything about their household finances, bank accounts. Doesn't even know his social security number or what bank they have, or account numbers or anything. He gives her like $150 a week to buy food, and that's it. She comes over here whining to my wife all the time. I'm like, well, what are you going to tell her? My wife's got all the fucking like, dude, this is not the way to do it. I don't know what you're going to tell her.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong woman. She's not being deprived. Ask the husband. He might be able to tell you.
No shit. I was throwing some shit away. My birthday was last month. And there was like 2-3 birthday cards, and one had like 3-4 lottery ticket scratch offs in it that I never even noticed. So I pulled them out, and I was gonna throw all the cards away and shit. And I was like, all right, scratch these fuckers off. One of them had $5 on it.
oh,
So I went down to the store. I brought $5 bill back, and I tacked it up on the bulletin board. And my kids walked by and I said, smell that. It's free money from a lottery ticket that somebody bought me. They were like, you're just a weirdo. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Now, I was thinking you would have gone to the store and pulled a caper again for this $5, but I guess not.
Actually, I think it was serendipitous because I found these lottery tickets, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta find a coin somewhere to scratch them off. Oh damn. I remember I was in my toolbox yesterday. I saw a 50-cent piece in one of the drawers. I was like, yeah, I can use that. So I pulled that out and I said, well, I'll scratch them all off with this 50-cent piece. Been in there probably fucking 20 years. And usually when I go down to the store, there's like, somebody going, hey, you got any change or shit? And I don't. I never do. So I was like, yeah, I'll go down. I'll put the 50-cent piece in my pocket and just flip it to him and go, here you go, bub. But there wasn't nobody out there. I was like, fuck.
So you use a worthless 50-cent piece, or maybe it's worth a mint, and and you just fucked yourself.
Well, no, it's not that. It's like I would have, maybe I wouldn't have won the scratch off because I was like planning on like giving it away. You know what I mean? More or less. You know, just precipitatious good-naturedness. You know what I mean?
Silver or just normal 50-cent people?
No, it was like 90 something. But I had like a 1940 silver quarter in there.
Yeah.
When my kids were little, they would thieve shit out of it, and I was like, "That's worth like $100," and they spent it at the goddamn ice cream truck or something. Like, you fucks. They did that when my wife had she used to collect $2 bills when she was a waitress. She had like fucking 50 of them. They fucking pilfered the shit. This was like 5-6 years ago. There was only like 3 or 4 left, and she's like, "Who the fuck took all these $2 bills?" They're like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
Apparently,
my grandfather had he
children.
was given a silver dollar, solid silver dollar, before he went into the military and went to World War II, given to him by his brother for good luck. Well, he made it through World War II and came back, and he kept that silver dollar in his pocket every single day until he died. There was no face, you couldn't recognize anything. It was worn down to just a solid silver coin.
So what happened to it?
Or Wikipedia.
That I don't know. I don't know where it went to.
Matt, you're a growing dictionary from Jimmy Collins. Yeah. Solar panels don't work. Okay? They don't keep up with the demand. Neither does wind farms. None of that. So the whole Green Deal is a bullshit thing. That's what everybody's talking
about. The solar panels are supplements. You believe the electric companies are going to let fucking solar panels take the fuck over? Are you fucking serious? They put up with solar panels. That's about it.
Yeah.
I heard this morning, speaking of solar panels, I heard this morning somewhere in California, I don't know, San Diego or San Francisco, they installed these hundreds and hundreds of solar panels in this field somewhere that can power like 9,600 homes because of all the rolling blackouts and the electrical outages and all this other shit going on in California. But imagine that on a nationwide basis. You couldn't do it. It's like windmills.
Not unless they get the technology to turn this solar power into megawatts or something. The amount of power they get out of them it's not cost effective to power shit, really. It's supplemental. Like, I get a percentage of my electric bill knocked off because I got them, It's supposed to be a third. It ain't a third of knocking your bill off. It ain't even close. But that's the spiel.
Right. They make it sound better than what it actually is in the end.
Yeah, when these solar panels start rotating these fucking generators like they got under Niagara Falls from the fucking hydro fucking plant, then you're talking about a viable fucking energy source. That's bullshit. Solar is in its infancy. It's a grand notion without any feet on the ground.
Yeah, like windmills.
Oh, the wind turbines. You got go to Vegas. They're all over the desert. Half of them aren't fucking spinning. Like the bearings are fucking shot. That doesn't work. They're huge. I'll give you that much. But
they're like
the
300 feet tall.
The maintenance of them are like, it's not cost effective either, really.
And it takes a shitload of fossil fuels to build them. And then they're not biodegradable. So you just have to bury the fuckers when their lifespan is done.
Well, look at it this way. You got basically a wind turbine engine in the middle of the desert with sand flying all over the place.
Right.
That gets into the bearings. It's not practical. They tout that shit. Well, they try. I mean, they're not they're not nonsense, but I mean to propose that kind of shit as the only energy source is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean that would never work in Louisiana unless there was a constant hurricane going on, because there's no wind otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
It's just dry heat. Probably same as Florida,
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a little breeze coming off the coast, but other than that, probably further inland, there's really no breeze going on for the main part, and probably the majority of the country.
Well, that sums up your Green New Deal. It's not practical. None of their sources of energy are practical at this particular time in history.
The only thing
of our technology.
The only thing that the Green New Deal does is redistribute higher American taxes to big corporations who do not do a fucking thing they're supposed to. That's what it does. Okay, what are we going to do?
It's a
battery operated
redistribution plan.
What we got? Could you imagine, Nick? There's a hurricane coming to Louisiana or Florida or someplace like that, and people are trying to get out of the state, and the car only can drive for 3 hours without being recharged. Where are all the recharging stations going to be?
Yeah, and the hurricane comes in,
Walmart,
and the power goes out. The power goes out. And how are they going to keep the recharging stations going? Exactly. Guess what it's going to be? A big ass diesel generator.
Yep. And in the end,
so there goes your get rid of fossil fuel.
That's correct. That is correct.
We need some ancient alien technology to perfect these structures of electrical propulsion.
That's why an internal combustion engine has electricity going, produced by the alternator to recharge the battery as you fucking go. And the only thing the battery runs is your electronics now and your lights and shit like that, electrical components. That's it. Okay. There's more than there used to be, but nevertheless. And batteries are only made to last for a certain amount of time. That's why they're so damned expensive. Right? Plus, to make them, that you end up tearing up, anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to use oil to make the plastic in case whatever's it. Most of them are probably lithium ion at this point.
Yeah.
So that they can be recharged so often.
Yeah.
But they weigh a ton.
Mm-hmm.
So how much mileage efficiency are you really getting when you have a trunk full of batteries?
None, and you got no space
The
in
car's working harder. Yeah. Yeah, you have no space. The car's working harder just to keep the batteries charged because some of the cars have, when the wheels are spinning, the batteries are trickle charging. But it ain't enough to do shit. You still have to have a gasoline backup or something.
Yeah.
When the charge dies.
Yep. Well, when they first started making them smart cars, they would have it was both gas and electric. Now they got just the electric. Yeah, it's great. If you don't go anywhere, electric car will be fine. You run to the store, you run back, fine. Okay, no problem. It's like a golf cart. My dad has a golf cart, okay? You know, he rides it around every day in the neighborhood and so forth, and then he plugs it in at night. It's not a big deal, okay? But, if you travel at all outside of where you live, it's really I've yet to be to a gas station at a charging place for a fucking car. Alan McMillan has to go. Y'all have a great weekend. Take care, Alan. Thank you. Hybrids work fine. Why would anybody tiny?
The strides we've made against car emissions pollution. Now it's barely, most cars are barely anything.
Yeah.
You get behind, I mean, I've seen, movies from the 60s, 70s. You get behind a fucking car from the 60s just driving down the street, and you can't fucking breathe behind it.
Yeah, it's like leaded gasoline and so forth. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my vet, straight pipes. No cats, no nothing. Engine through header to tail end. Come and stand behind that motherfucker and see if you can breathe after a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And it's high octane shit.
Well, that's not a good thing, Nick.
These cars are not
really.
These cars
we're trying to count
these cars
progress of pollution control here, and now you're going, hey, I'm gonna goddamn run this fucking thing without any catalytic converter, and I'm gonna pollute the shit out of the police.
I will. Because it's fast.
And these cars aren't safe. You look at these fucking cars, they're like literally like they came out of a matchbox. I've seen them on 95 over here on the East Coast. I've seen them on the Florida Turnpike. They get tapped by a semi, they're going to fly 300 foot in the fucking air and kill everybody.
Well, that was the whole reason they instituted the airbags in cars, because they're all made of plastic now.
Yeah.
The old cars were like a fucking tank. You didn't need a fucking airbag. Now the car's going to crumble around you. You got to have a cockpit protection, like one of them Formula One drivers or something.
Yep. Pretty soon they're going to make you start wearing a helmet in your fucking car.
Yeah, probably. They'll make a helmet that if you move your head side to side, it's going to turn you back to look straight ahead. Yeah. Your driving helmet, so that you can't fuck off.
Or you're going to have one of them helmets with the thing on top where you got a harness on the seat that holds your head straight like they do in NASCAR. They made that mandatory in NASCAR after, what's his name, Earnhardt died.
Oh, then they could put a GoPro on there for your insurance company to have a bird's eye view of your driving. If there's any sort of altercation, is there anything?
I can only burn non-ethanol in my vet. Straight up says so the manual. Yeah, it's like small engines. I mean, I got to go to the pure station, non-ethanol. Otherwise, it just gums up the little carburetors and shit. But if you don't have one of them type of stations with
Right.
marine gas,
From
you're fucked.
of Montezuma.
We have three here in Eunice, and one of them you have to be a member, and it's card only. It's a member card only, and that's where I fill up my vet and get my gasoline for my lawnmowers and weed eaters and shit.
Oh yeah, and the secret knock is one, then two real quick.
Nick belongs to a gas station club. Wow. I used to belong to the Sam's Club gas station. I mean, is that the same thing?
That's all it is. It's carded. You have to card it, and you can't pump. There's no store there. It's just it's called Reed Gas Incorporated. It's just gas pumps with, the card insertion, and you have to have the membership card to do it. It's not credit card. It's nothing else.
When we lived in Vero,
That's to me when you say insertion.
Well, you go sign up at the gas company. They sell propane. They sell gasoline. That's the kind of place it is. So if you have a propane bottle, you're going to fill it up, go to their actual store, and they fill it up for you. But this is a gas station for people that like to pay a little extra for gas. And it's more expensive, but it won't ruin your vehicle and it won't ruin your small engines.
Yeah, well, down here, gas for marine gas is expensive. I mean, it's almost three something a gallon. But then you're not fucking up all your little carburetors or your boat engine. So,
Yeah, right. That's exactly how it is here.
Yeah,
it's about the same price here then.
Cars and trucks today are now made to have the ethanol in the gas, and I don't have a huge problem with ethanol or anything. A lot of people do, but sorry, Jerry. The only way I can get anything.
I knew ethanol before.
Fine, Viv.
She's a real bitch, man.
What? Gotta go, guys. My best friend forever and I are going out. Okay, Deborah, have a good time. They are boot chaps. I want full trouser chaps. I think
take videos, okay, and then post them online.
Yeah, I think Max is getting into the gay leather world. He wants full trouser chaps, probably assless.
Hey, I don't judge, Jerry. Just don't try to make me wear it. I'm good with it.
That's funny.
Yes, and what happened with the? Did they vote the Coney Barrett brought in?
Not yet.
Without the Democrats boycotting it, they can't do it without them, or what?
No, they could. That was just a committee. The full Senate vote is supposed to be Monday, or Tuesday or something. But the Democrats are going to delay, and then when they can't do that anymore, then they're going to vote her in. It's that simple. I mean, it's all bullshit. But the Democrats did not show up in the committee that were supposed to. Instead, they put pictures of people that are apparently dying and on Obamacare. If Obamacare was so fucking good, why aren't they dead? Or why aren't they living a full life? I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't want assless ones, Jerry. Yes, you do, Max. We all know it. You and Viv are probably going out on a date, and you want to, put your best foot forward. We get it.
No. Maybe he just wants a peekaboo one. Yeah, I hear those things. I hear things.
eBay, I wouldn't trust eBay, and Harley Davidson is way too expensive, Tina. I mean, Harley Davidson. I bought a hat. I went in. I bought a hat from them, or one was given to me because my daughter-in-law used to work there, and it was $35 fucking for a hat that said Harley Davidson on it. $35 fucking. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. Larry Burns said the wife is working a refinery right now that supplies fuel to airlines. Some dumbass forgot to open the pressure exhaust lines and they froze. $2 million to hood it in to unthaw the lines.
Just
Wow.
FYI, if anyone wants like an Adirondack chair with the Harley logo burned into the back of the upright, we can talk about it.
Matt's now building chairs. He's moving
What
away.
the hell are you talking about, man?
No, he builds chairs. He's a builder, Matt. Really, he's a builder. It's for motorcycling, Jerry.
Yeah, Adirondack chairs with NFL logos, Harley, whatever you want. We can talk about it.
Schumer tried to, like hell, to slow walk the session today, just like he did to Kavanaugh. Yeah, he did it the other day, too. I hate Schumer. I really do. There's a few people in politics I really can't stand, and he's one of them. What the fuck do they think they're doing?
Schumer and his cohort, Pelosi.
Yeah. I mean, they're just horrible people.
Schumer and Pelosi. Those two fuckers.
And what are they getting?
Schiff ain't no good either.
No, but Schiff is allowed to be Schiff because of Pelosi and Schumer. Just like Nadler. They're all allowed to be the way they are because of those two. If those two had any fucking morals whatsoever, the Schiffs and Nadlers of the world would not exist.
But the Republicans straight up told Schumer to go pound sand, and they changed the rules on his ass immediately and said, fuck it, we don't need the quorum. We don't need the Democrats here because they're not coming anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, now they're
that's
saying
what they're trying to do.
Now they're saying
they can change the rules on the fly. The committee rules. They can't change the Senate rules.
No. They need a full vote for that, and they won't get it. And plus, Republicans won't allow it either, so they won't win it. So in the Senate, they're going to just try to filibuster, and then they're going to have to use some kind of nuclear fucking option to stop that, and then just vote. He sounded pretty positive, McConnell, that it was going to happen Monday, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know what they really expect to get from this. I don't. The Democrats, from this bullshit they're pulling now. I don't.
Well, they got rid of the filibuster. So
I don't know. I'm not as Nostradamus as you guys are. I don't understand all this shit.
It's not hard to understand. It's just, if you understand that the Democrats now are pulling bullshit, the Republicans are going to do what they want because they have the majority. There's no way that they're this confident if they don't have the votes to get her in. Okay? And they're gonna. That's that. And she'll be sitting on the Supreme Court when the election rolls around in a few days, 2 weeks or less. And if there's any shenanigans, she will end up ruling on this. I wish she could have ruled the other day. I don't understand.
The full vote comes Monday.
Yeah. They're very confident they can do it. So apparently, and they know the rules of the Senate better than I do. So apparently they're just going to do it and happy day. Fuck it. Even if I was a liberal, I would have to say she deserves to be on the fucking court.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Republicans hold the majority in the Senate.
Yeah.
It's going to be straight line Democrats. It'll be 0 vote on Democrat side.
Well, it's
if they even show up.
Well, plus you couldn't put up a more pristine fucking candidate.
Yeah.
This is almost like impossible to fucking deny her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but then you get Feinstein ask her if she ever made unwanted sexual advances
No,
against
that was
anybody. I'm like, you stupid old
no, that
cruddy
was
bitch.
that was
How could
that
you
was
even
Maisie.
bring that
Maisie
shit up?
that was Maisie Hirano who did that from Hawaii.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, fucking Maisie. What kind of name
Yeah,
is
that
that?
stupid.
Cornhead. Yeah. Do you hear Trump call Adam Schiff watermelon head at that rally?
Yes.
I watched the rally the
It's
next day on that
watermelon.
Right Side News or whatever it is. That's a good site. I like it. I do. I like it. I like it a lot. Trust me.
I don't understand how I don't really understand how Schiff gets a free pass with all this bullshit, and his past of all this bullshit has never been true before. I don't. Why is he all over TV?
House that says you can say anything you want on the floor and not get sued. Okay? Otherwise, he'd be sued for slander every other day. There's a rule.
Right, they're immune.
Yeah, they're immune from that, from prosecution for anything they say, pretty much anything they do. So they can bring impeachment proceedings no matter how much bullshit they are. You better hope we keep the House and the Senate, because he will be impeached if he wins the presidency the next time. I guarantee you, if we don't keep the House and Senate. And I got to tell you, the way things gone for the last couple of years, if we don't have the fucking House, we're done. He's not going to be able to do much except executive orders. So Stephen Tolliver is here. How you doing, Stephen? We need all three branches. We need a major majority in the Senate. We need a major majority in the House, and we need the White House. And I got to tell you, I don't see it happening. I think we may squeak by one of the houses, I think, and get the presidency. But you need both to get anything fucking done. And by now, the problem is, like McConnell and all these people, they're just going along with Trump because everybody loves Trump. Trump's the only one keeping these people in office now. And they know it. Because none of the Republicans liked Trump when he came down the escalator. Now suddenly they're seeing, this guy is beloved. We haven't had a president beloved in years. I mean, how long? Maybe FDR, he was voted in 4 times. I don't know. I know the Democrats loved him. I don't think the Republicans did much.
Well, who's the black guy?
You got to turn. Yeah.
The black guy that turned from Democrat to Republican all of a sudden on Fox. What's his fucking name? It's not Larry Elder. It's the other one.
Leo Terrell.
Leo. Yeah, Leo. Well, he was on Fox on Hannity radio station today. When I'm driving home listening to it, and he's been out on the streets campaigning for Trump and holding rallies. And he said, you can't imagine the blacks, especially black men, that are backing Trump now because they're sick and tired of, like they say, the old saying, being on the plantation with the Democrats. He said, you won't believe the percentage of these people that show up and root for Trump. So,
and they'll never fucking show it because they won't know it.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
He said they won't tell their partners because, they're going to catch hell.
Yep.
If they say anything. So, more of the silent majority, so to speak, because they know damn good and well they'll be the first one to get a hit. So he said, you watch for the increase in the black support.
Yeah. Franklin says, well, they cannot impeach him without evidence. They may get something, though, through, but they're not going to get him out of office. Bullshit. If there's a Democratic House and a Democratic Senate, politics alone will sweep it through. Simple.
Oh, you can impeach for anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. Look what happened
Evidence
in
or
the House.
not.
There was no evidence. There was
Just
a
don't
lot
like
of
the way he talks.
there was a lot of pieces of paper, and there was a lot of fucking there was a lot did anything wrong, and the House impeached him. And why? Because they were in the majority. That's why. If the Senate was the same way, with the kind of a majority that the House had, they would have impeached him and probably thrown him out of office. Okay. So, in the end, that's not true. At the very least, he will be the only president impeached by the House. If they take the House again, he's the only president that will be impeached twice in the history of the United States by the House of Representatives, all because of politics. There's no truth involved in any of this shit. The Russia shit, the Ukraine shit. And why in the fuck is anybody upset about him trying to root out fucking corruption in a government that we're basically supporting with our tax dollars? Why is anybody upset about that?
Yeah, that should be the biggest red flag. Why impeach a guy who straight up said, I'm going to get rid of the corruption? So they come up with corruption to try to impeach him because they know they're all guilty of shit and he's not. So they blame him for what they're doing and impeach him.
Yep.
He wasn't supposed to win, you know.
No. Was it 98% chance Hillary was going to win on election night? Guess what?
Oh, yeah. It was 98% bullshit is what they were feeding people. You want to talk about disinformation?
And
that's what was going on.
Yeah, and
election rigging.
Well, come on, let's be realistic. I mean, the FBI had Hunter Biden's laptop for fucking almost a year. Until this dude sent it to Giuliani, nobody heard fucking dick about it.
Yep.
Are you kidding? Yeah. Come on.
And supposedly
Trump still hadn't cleaned out the FBI. You still got Christopher Wray there running the show. He's a fucking Obama holdover. They're all still crooked bastards trying to cover each other's ass.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's supposed to be child pornography on it, and they got a money laundering thing that's got something to do with Latvia.
Yep.
Latvia, whatever the fuck that is. I've heard of it. I have no idea where it is. But anyway, and Hunter Biden sending money through different countries. And
yeah, it's over in Latville somewhere.
So I'm just like, and the FBI is corrupt.
Hunter Biden? No shit. He got some Slavic love childs over there, probably 2 or 3 anyways. Probably. Fuck. They give him a couple shekels every month. They'll be fucking fine. You know?
If and
ain't
when,
gonna be able to sue him or nothing.
If and when Biden loses this election, I would not want to be at that house doing family gatherings at Christmas with Hunter and Joe. I would imagine that's not going to be. But think about the stupidity of the entire thing from the start. Hunter Biden is a fucking drug addict. Okay? And they used him basically as a go-between for Joe Biden and his brother, Jim Biden. If you're going to commit corruption or crime, you never do it with a fucking drug addict. You can't. This is the problem with the Democrats. The shit they come up with is just fucking stupid.
Jim Biden bullshit. He's got some gigantic contract to make gas stations in Iraq or something.
Yeah.
Which dude had no experience in making gas stations, or 150. He got like 15 fucking $1.5 billion to build 150 gas stations. He didn't know what a gas station. Maybe he drove by some before. The same as Hunter. It's ridiculous, man.
The thing is, when they get these government deals, the money doesn't just go to that one person. It goes to all kinds of people. So everybody gets paid off. Okay.
Yeah, and Hunter's holding, 10% for the big guy.
Yeah.
Which
the chairman of the
board. The Belinsky guy who said, I'll tell you who the big guy is. That's Joe.
Yeah. Of course it's Joe. Everybody knows it's Joe.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly, it's Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Biden has been a corrupted crap.
Yeah, we
for
all
many
know it's
years.
true, but of course, you read CNN and you get with no evidence. Like everything Trump says, with no evidence to back it up, and everybody knows it's true.
Well, listen,
because we're not stupid.
In the end, I was talking about this. The video I made today and put on Leaked Reality. Okay. The problem with corruption is the corrupt politicians are not the problem. The problem is the American people, for whatever reason, either who don't vote or vote in these same people over and over and over again. Okay, and the other big thing is the mainstream media, who does not investigate anything and just does the bidding of either the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, mostly the Democratic Party. If they would actually start investigating these people, and I'm talking about the mainstream media, corruption wouldn't be a fucking problem. Okay? Would not be a problem. But when they do investigate somebody and they find wrongdoing, it's usually because they have a political agenda. As a journalist, you're not supposed to have any agenda. Why are newspapers endorsing fucking politicians? Because they're in bed with them. Politicians look for those things. It's the mainstream media and the American people who either don't vote, don't bother to understand what's going on, think it doesn't affect them when it does. Jesus Christ, people, I am 57 fucking years old, and if I buy a can of spray paint, I have to get the fucking the goddamn cashier to come to the fucking checkout thing to allow me to buy it. You telling me that their bullshit doesn't affect everyday life? That annoys me.
And escort you back to the cashier.
I haven't had that done to me. No,
it's stupid.
I haven't had that done to me, but they have to come over and push some buttons.
Printer ink. They have to bring it to the cashier or front desk or wherever at Walmart or wherever.
Not here.
Because you can't walk it there yourself.
Not here. You can go get your own and bring it up there, and they don't fuck with you. I don't think, but I've never had a problem anyway.
Now you have to get them to unlock the case first.
Yeah, ours isn't even
all locked up like it's gold or something.
Yeah, ours isn't even locked up. Well, it is gold apparently. I mean, Jesus Christ! I print out on this printer I got right here is like receipts for the bill I pay. And there's 8 of them. Within 2 months, the goddamn ink is run out, and you pay like the ink. It's like, are you kidding? Okay, but I mean, people don't.
But you can walk out with a widescreen TV for free.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to fucking escort your ass out with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying, though. It's the people that keep reelecting these fucking idiots and don't bother to pay attention to what the hell's going on, and the people that don't vote at all. Those are the two problems. The mainstream media. It's not the politicians are going to get away with what they're going to get away with. Yes,
Oh, they
it's
just taking
wrong.
advantage of what the voters are letting them get away with.
Yeah, not to mention
keeping them in there to get away with.
And the mainstream media is supposed to be fair and balanced, and they're supposed to investigate shit like, Joe Biden or even Trump. But the shit they investigate Trump for or come up with Trump is just bullshit. And nobody will say a word about it's a nothing burger. That's their big favorite thing to say. It's a nothing burger. No, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Biden is a corrupt piece of garbage, and so was Obama, and so was Lynch, and so was Holder. So was Harry Reid. So was Schumer, Pelosi. And there's plenty of Republicans. McConnell, for one, I can't stand him. He just happens to be on our side, and he's doing a few things right for the country. Normally, you don't even do that.
For now.
The Republicans are the ones that don't want to send Americans checks. They want to send it to fucking all these businesses who are going to take advantage of it, which it's like they did the first time. Sadly, the Democrats want to send everybody a check. But the problem with that is everybody they want to send also includes illegal fucking aliens and badly run fucking cities who will take that money and badly run them up still and run out of money and want more. It is a fucking clusterfuck. And Trump can't fix all this shit. This is the problem when you put up a bill with 25 fucking riders on it that you got to do this, 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 and this, and this law, and that law, and this, and that, and the other. One bill, one vote. Period. That should be a rule. It never
one bill,
will be.
One agenda.
There should be term limits, but there's not, and there's no way they're getting voted in, which leaves the term limiting shit to us. You've been in too long. Bye-bye. And we're at a point now where we have let this go for so long. We have no choice but to vote for the Marco Rubios or the Mitch McConnells of the fucking world. Who else we going to get? A third party? There's no such thing. On paper, yes. In real life, no. None. There's no such thing. And there won't be anytime soon. We're one of the few countries that don't actually have third parties. Unfortunately, in like England or you got Australia, the third parties are worse than the fucking, like, say, for instance, the Democrats. They're worse than the Democrats. They just keep getting more and more liberal instead of more and more conservative.
When Kanye West can be on the fucking presidential ballot, you got a fucking problem.
Yeah, that guy, he's got some fucking, he's probably, I don't know Kanye West from, I would probably know if I ran him through the street, but he's got like mental deficiencies, like bipolar or something. I don't know what's wrong with that
shit's
guy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He ain't all there.
And not to mention, it's supposed to be citizens stepping up, not millionaires, backed by other millionaires and billionaires. When you
get somebody like 50 Cent says, I don't want to be 20 Cent, so I'm voting for Trump.
Yeah.
There's a problem with the Democrats.
Yeah. Especially how 50 Cent was the one stepping on flags and hating on Trump for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you imagine what the black people are calling his ass right now.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine the names they're calling him.
What's his name? Ice Cube, who he was in them Friday movies.
Ice Cube is another one.
He worked with the Trump administration for black people, and they're trashing him to hell because the Democrats says wait till after the election, and Trump says, yeah, come on down, the Trump team. So, I go back to a regular citizen like Lena Pullman.
Ice Cube is a fucking phony from the get-go.
Lena Pullman, who is just a regular Facebook person, lives in New York City, not in a particularly good neighborhood, I don't think. Um, is highly conservative. For those of you who've never heard of her or haven't watched her, I mean, she's a very decent person, black woman, tough as nails. And I've read some of the comments on anything she posts, and what the shit she takes from black people is unfucking real. Unfucking real.
Well, same Kanye West and Ice Cube are actually almost the same. They grew up in um, upper middle class suburbia and somehow became like street hoodlum rap fucks. They didn't grow up in that area, or they were privileged. They were Ice Cube's parents were like both fucking college professors and shit. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but they weren't deprived.
No.
They're certainly not deprived now.
Yeah, but see, that also works into free market and so forth. I mean, say what you will about the guys. I don't listen to their shit. I don't listen. Their movies sometimes, like that Ice Cube guy. He's a pretty funny guy in his movies and shit. I guess I don't know. I used to watch him, but
yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah, he made something out of himself, regardless of where he comes from. It doesn't matter. Community, if you ain't some thug been in prison for 20 fucking years, you ain't nothing.
Because he grew up in a whole family and in an upper class, middle class family that told him, you gotta, make something of yourself. He wasn't down in the fucking corner drinking 40s all day long. You don't get to be a fucking movie star or, a rap star being a fucking relict, really, It's all fucking con, man. They're all fucking con, man.
His life was not like the Fridays movie.
No. But then you look at, all glamorous and made up and everything's perfect. And there are no Waylon Jennings anymore. There are no, Johnny Paychecks anymore, spent time in jail or, drunk or what the fuck ever, okay? And we don't say a word about them. But you know what? We think that's real country music as opposed to, what we're seeing now. Rap music, most country music was not violent and anti-women, anti-cops, that kind of thing. Chelsea is here. How is his daughter doing? How's your daughter doing, mate, Nick?
Last I heard, she actually sent me a text the other day. She went to her doctor.
Who the fuck's Chelsea?
I can't pronounce her last name.
Chelsea Bro.
Bro? Is that how it is? Okay. Yeah, it's got an X
Bro.
on the end.
Yeah.
It's got an X on the end. I don't bro.
Yeah, that's how we spell it down here. That's how we spell it down here in Louisiana.
Okay.
Bro. But Jasmine actually went, had blood work done, brand new blood work. She had some, I forgot what she called it, but they installed an injection site, something or another, because she's going to have constant injections. So they're going to give her medication to shrink the tumor for however long, because the tumor is so large that they don't even want to attempt surgery because they would never get it out. So that's where she's at right now.
They can't attempt surgery because they can't get it out?
Well, it's so large. And plus they sent her back. They sent her also to make an appointment with her actual normal doctor because of the abdominal pain, and it's blocking her colon and all kind of shit. So,
well, what are
that's
they gonna,
how large it is.
What are they going to do?
They're going to give her this medication that is supposed to shrink the tumor, and then they can schedule the surgery.
kind of fucking
That's
world?
the skinny on that one that I know of last time.
Fucking, what the hell is going on with this fucking world, man? Wait. Okay. I don't want to ask no more questions.
That's all I know at this point. So I can only tell you what she told me.
Stephen Tolliver says Democratic Senator Pat Toomey, Democrat, Pennsylvania, offered $3.5 billion to my company if I would furlough 51% of my employees when COVID-19 lockdown started. My reply was a resounding no and go fuck yourself. Tina, how you doing? The Trump ads on TV now, Biden's video about fracking, of course. Apparently Chelsea's a friend of Franklin's. How you doing, Chelsea? It's nice to meet you. Dorsey and Zuckerberg appeared before the Senate Judiciary Committee on November 17th, 2 weeks after the election. Only if the Republicans win. If the Democrats take the Senate, they will not be appearing. All right. Well, we're almost out of time anyway. So, her original doctor, or her regular doctor, is that the guy who?
Yeah, the original one, yes. The one that gave, well, she gave birth, but the one that birthed her 3 children, he's the gynecologist that fucked her over in the first place by not removing everything in the first place.
So they want her to go see him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just a regular internist.
Okay.
Regular internist.
Thank you. I feel a little better now because I was going to explode.
Yeah, no, just a regular, normal practitioner.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, not a woman doctor, just a regular general.
Yeah,
practitioner.
I got you. Okay. That was about to make my head implode thinking about that. I can't imagine her having to walk into that fucking office just to save her fucking life. I'd go with her.
Oh no, her hands are washed with that fucker.
Yeah, I would go with her because I wouldn't be able to stop killing him.
Other than that, the new doctor that she's now hooked up with, I think it's a woman actually, is actually fighting tooth and nail to do everything she can to help Jasmine.
All right.
That's why she's rushing everything and getting it done.
It makes me feel better. I don't know how much that means, but ladies and gentlemen, you'd be better off going to a mechanic shop to get any doctoring done to yourself. I swear to God, because there's no different. All the rules and the stupidity involved to just treat somebody with cancer is ridiculous. And then have a doctor put his personal opinion into a diagnosis. You should be de-doctored for that. You should lose your license for that. When they saw the records he kept, what did they say? Because I'm already mad. It can't get any worse.
I don't know if he ever turned over the records because he lied about that too.
Yeah, you should really find that out. This guy needs to be sued badly. I mean,
That's why she had to go and redo all of the blood work, everything, to get it all brand new, because he was fighting turning over her medical records.
I think she needs to go.
He even claimed, he lied and said that the last time he saw her was in 2015. He gave birth to my granddaughter Marley, or delivered the child in 2016. So he lied.
She needs to go talk to a lawyer. See if she can sue this motherfucker for malpractice.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. So it's a money thing, but you know.
No, I mean, a lot of these guys will take, if you find a decent enough lawyer, they'll take it on commission kind of deal. They're usually going to take a lot of money, but this guy needs to pay somehow. He can't, because you know what? He's done this to her. How many others has he done it to? I don't care.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, you don't do this to just one.
Because of this man.
Yeah, you don't do this just to one person. You do this consistently throughout your fucking career. Has she ever looked up?
Yeah, you don't start now.
Did she ever looked up?
As long as he's been doing this, you don't start now.
Has she ever looked up the name of this doctor online and complaints about him? She'd probably learn a lot of shit.
I don't know if she has or not.
She should.
But they got pissed when she last showed up there, and she cussed them all the fuck out. Of course, they got pissed.
Yeah.
And that's when they wanted to deny sending her records. That's when she told them. So then she started looking for other doctors. And they got pissed.
You or her or somebody needs to look up his name, and there's a spot where people can make complaints about doctors. And if his name is in there, you'll find out a lot of shit about him. I've done it before. The one guy did surgery on my wife. I met him in the elevator at the end of the surgery. A surgery was supposed to take 4 hours, took 8. And I couldn't figure out why. It was elective surgery. And it was because he was drunk. And everybody in that fucking office knew it.
Oh.
Everybody in that fucking office knew it.
That's great.
Yeah. Everybody in that fucking office knew it, because when I walked up there and said, I walked up at a couple of times to find out why it was taking so long. Everybody's, well, that's sometimes it's blah, blah, blah. I came up the last time and says, what the hell is going on here? And everybody he wouldn't look me in the eye. When I saw him on the elevator on the way down, his eyes looked like 2 fried eggs in a snowbank. He was drunk. He ended up getting kicked out of the practice not too long later and sent to rehab because he was just drunk.
All the while your shaky hands are in control of somebody's life. That's just perfect.
Oh, Nick, you don't
like
know.
The drunk pilot.
You don't know the half of what happened that day. And I can't talk about it with anybody, but you have no fucking idea what happened that day that has had lasting repercussions mentally for her. If I ever saw that son of a bitch again,
I can only imagine.
If I ever saw that motherfucker again, I would hurt him badly. But
well deserved.
Look up the motherfucker, and you will find all the things that people have said he's done. Okay, I'm telling you, I did it. All right, we're out of time.
I know he's probably had tens of thousands of patients at this point. He's been in there forever.
Yeah.
So.
And you're gonna probably, what ends up happening is you find a theme of the complaints just by reading them. So the problem is also you got to find a lawyer usually from out of town, because two things that lawyers do not like suing for, a lot of them, is medical malpractice against doctors and against the cops. So anyway, we're out of time. Matt, you got any last words?
Yeah, this was, a little grimish. Good. I mean, serious situations.
All right. It was. Nick, how about you?
Try to stay strong.
There you go. Well, Nick, you got us. For whatever the hell that means, but nevertheless. Hey, Destiny, I didn't even see you come in. How you doing? Have a good night, guys. Show good. I'll be praying for his daughter. Tell her not to give up. Jasmine ain't really made for giving up. She's a tough little kid. I think she's 3 foot tall. I don't know. Anyway.
Not much taller.
When she stands next to
5 feet.
When she stands next to her husband, he looks like he's 12 foot tall. I swear to God. I've seen pictures.
Yeah, he's like 6'4".
Yeah, she's probably what, 5 maybe feet, something like that, 4.5, something. It's weird, man.
Yeah, she's midget compared to him.
Yeah, but she's full of vim and vinegar. So Destiny says much love.
That's why he's nuts over.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, you talk about.
Destiny says much love to Jasmine. So thank you. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. I think Matt has some Charles Manson story or another to where he was completely innocent, I'm sure, of any wrongdoing in the world. But nevertheless, be hearing about that, I hope. Maybe tomorrow night we could cut out the politics for one night. That would be good. And please stay vigilant, be aware of your surroundings at all times, and always remember it's amazing what you can do when you have no other choice. My name is Jerry on behalf of Matty K and Nick Young. Y'all have a great night. Bye.